Hey everybody, Horseman here, and today I'm going to be bringing to you some Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. Now, I thought that I was going to be doing one of these videos like right up front, or early on, so that way I can kind of show you what I thought about the game as I actually started playing through the game, but then I realized, well, I wasn't really happy with some of the things with the game. So I really wanted to make sure that I had a good comprehensive look at all the systems, and I got to the end game before I decided to. So here I am now. I wanted to show you what I thought about the game, and I guess I'll just kind of show you what I think as I go, and then I'll do some live gameplay of a lower level character. Alright, I had to do a quick check to see that. Voice. First time using this particular platform, not YouTube, but this recording software for live streaming. So hopefully this works out pretty well. I'll have to let you know how it looks and how it sounds. Alright, so before I actually really get started with even showing you these characters, there are going to be spoilers. I am not in a good place to show not spoilers. So with that being said, if that's not something that you want, I can't really talk to you about the things that I do like, that I really like, and talk about the things that I don't like unless I do have some degree of spoilers. So just keep that in mind. Okay. All right. So I am on what is called a Morticulturalist. It is a Graveborn and a Spore Warden as my two classes. So you can pick a main class right in the beginning, and then you have the opportunity to choose a subclass later on in the game. Now, you do get the opportunity to change out your subclasses if what you chose originally didn't jive with you, but that's after you finish the story, so keep that in mind as well. The Graveborn is much like a Necromancer in this game, and it's all, I'm not going to say it's all about companions. It's really not. It more focuses on dark magic, being able to heal from healing death, really. That's what it does. So I really do like this class. I do like the fact that I get a pet Demi-Lich, right? But because of my subclass, I also get the Spore Warden's pet as well, which is a mushroom with a naked booty. Now, the particular build that I'm using right now is very much for companions, so I have a lot of Furior. You can see the weapon that I'm using. Instead of... I almost forgot, not even almost, I actually did forget the name. Tedior. And my family is breaking stuff in the kitchen, so that's always fantastic. Tedior. So these are the Tedior weapons. When you reload, you throw the weapon and it does something. And it can either summon some Hydra pets, Hydra companions, or you can also do things like this, which is called Dagger Storm, which is very helpful. This happens to be a legendary weapon, and it's very good. And you can also do this. It'll fly around, and it'll shoot things, but it actually has wings like a bat. And there's a few other things that it can do. Bounce around with wings. It can just simply explode. All sorts of different things for your weapons. That's what I primarily use. So one of the things that I don't like about this game, right off the cuff, is the fact that you have these things called class mods. And even though that this is a return from other Borderlands games, class mods is not anything new. But the fact is, we do have a primary and we do have a secondary class. Therefore, trying to make sure that what you get matches up with your specific classes that you've chosen, as well as the abilities that you've chosen with the enhancements that you need. It's very unlikely you're going to get exactly what you're looking for. Now, granted, I got pretty lucky with this one. And keep in mind, we're talking hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of farming, the chaos trials and things like that, in order to get this ability. And these two abilities primarily to show up on my class mods, as well as companion damage, because again, I'm a companion build, therefore I need that companion damage. It was quite rough. There's also not a lot of other weapons that are tailored very well to companion damage. Even some of the enchants that you can put on your equipment, such as your spellbook, your ward, and your weapons, it's hard to actually get good enchants that help out your build. And I say that, it's like, oh, well, you just have to keep trying, blah, blah, blah. No, that's absolutely true. But there's a lot more enchants that help out other types of builds, other classes, much easier, much better than, say, a companion based build. So I know that's kind of a weak complaint, but it was just one of those things that, like, trying to find the perfect Furior weapon, we're talking, I can farm Chaos Trials over and over and over, feed the rabbits, which is something that I'm probably not going to be showing in this particular video. But at the end of the Chaos Trials, you collect a currency that you can feed the rabbits, and the rabbits will vomit out a bunch of loot. And it is a great way to get loot, but and I really do mean it. It's a great way to get loot. But like I said, finding the perfect weapon is always difficult as well. There are no legendary Furior weapons that spawn a companion too. So that's another thing that really stinks. Kind of give you an idea, what does my companion build do? There are certainly other better companion builds out there. I'm not even going to try to pretend that there isn't. I mean, I suddenly just died and got brought back to life. Matter of fact, there's another build that I'm working on, another character that I want to do that is much more efficient at doing things, especially at chaos. Which brings me to my next point. One of the other things that I don't like. I probably should. Grave, the Spore Warden's very nice because your mushrooms smelling salt like plants. Anyway, one of the other things that I don't like, Chaos Mode. Why don't I like Chaos Mode? It's just like the Mayhem levels in Borderlands 3, right? OP levels in Borderlands 2, right? Yes and no. In Borderlands 3, once you get access to Mayhem Mode, you can set it to whatever you want, however high you want, right off the cuff, and you'll get utterly owned. In this game, excuse me, in this game, you do have to go through the Chaos Trials one by one by one by one, all the way to level 20 before you access the hardest difficulty and best gear. Okay, and that doesn't necessarily mean that you're gonna get Chaos 19 gear, Chaos 18 gear. No, that's not how it works. You actually it's either a normal item like this. This is what it'll look like if it's just a normal item. If it's chaotic, it'll look like this. And you can get chaotic gear when you're in chaos mode. And the higher the chaos mode, the more the probability that you have to getting chaos drops. And chaotic drops, or the chaotic affix, can be put on any rarity of weapons to include, and gear, period, including common items, the white items, green, blue, purple, and legendary. But then there's also another type of item called Volatile. And so again, spoiler alerts, not bosses, but they're things that, like, definitely. Alright, so my gear. Okay, let me find my piece here. Okay, so like this piece of gear, you can see that it says Volatile. Now there are a couple of requirements that must be met. First of all, you must be in Chaos level 20 in order to have the even the chance for Volatile Gear to drop. Another thing is, Volatile Gear only drops from certain type of enemies. The badasses. Not bosses, not regular enemies, not even out of vomit rabbits. You've got to go kill badasses in order to get badass loot. And it is pretty significant upgrades in what it is that they offer. The item score itself doesn't necessarily go up all that high, but the numbers that you see on them are, I'm not even gonna say significantly higher, but they are higher than if you were to get chaotic gear, which it should be. To answer your question, there's, I don't want to say rumor, but there's been some talk in Discord that there's going to be an additional type of gear that can drop called the Ascended, but it's not in the game as of yet. From what I understand, it's supposed to drop with the first DLC, and that first DLC is actually supposed to drop here pretty soon. I think within the first 2 months of its launch. Some other folks are wondering whether or not pearlescent gear is in the game, and the answer is no. So we do get these things called moon orbs, but they don't look like anything fancy. And in a lot of the trailers, you may have seen some rainbow god ray loot. Those are actually specific currency that you can get. They're crystals that you get, chaos crystals maybe, from the chaos chamber. There's different types of runs. If you've ever played Diablo 3, it's just like doing a rift and a greater rift or a challenge rift, things like that. I'd say the chaos trials are much like the greater rifts, where you can kind of push to see how high you can go with, but in this case there's just a maximum of 20, so that's as high as you can go. And there's featured runs, which is a predetermined map. I say map, but more like a rift, if you will, instance that you go through, and each of these instances are arena-based instances that you'll just go up against a bunch of enemies, and you may have a side quest or side objective that you also have to achieve in order to progress, right? Like, and or I should say, not necessarily progress, but to get more reward at the end. And then there's also normal runs, extended runs. Normal run is just a regular rift, with the extended runs being slightly longer, in order for you to get more crystals, therefore more loot, and more opportunities to also get more buffs and debuffs at one time. It's just a good time to have if you're out there just looking for loot, because again, at the end, you're looking at like maybe 17 to 20 minutes of running through these arenas, but at the end of the day, you do get a bunch of crystals. The Chaos Chambers loot room, where you can feed the vomit rabbits. Okay, so that's a lot of talking and not a whole lot of actually sharing what's going on here. So again, back to the whole spoilers thing, if you're not already kind of turned away, well, I'm going to be going to one of the things that I do really like. Believe it or not, I actually really like the overworld, so I'm going to go ahead and go over there real quick. If you're wondering, also, this is your hub city. There's a lot to do here. There's a bunch of things that you can collectibles to do. This is where you get some quests. Not all of them, but some of them. And this is also where you go to. It's like Sanctuary 3 from Borderlands 3. If you've ever played Borderlands 3. I'm all magicked up. Where I wanted to go. Let's just go ahead and do this. While I'm here. This is the map. I am not going to go too much higher. I don't want to spoil everything for y'all. But this is your map. This is kind of the area that you're going to be exploring right off the bat. So, yeah. And it's a lot of fun. So, early in the game, I'm just going to say a little bit of a disclaimer that you might be a little bit discouraged that much of the content that you're going to be dealing with right off the bat is that kind of arena-based random encounter stuff. And you're going to be doing some objectives. You're going to be doing some quests in these places, or in these types of arenas. And it's going to be like, oh my gosh, is that all this game is? Arena-based slaughterfest, and then that's it? And it really does feel that way until you just push a little bit further and you start getting into these big, ginormous maps where there's a ton to explore and there's a lot of fun. Enemies respawn. named monsters, bosses, things like that, they don't respawn quite as easy, but the fact is, you know, they do respawn. Some of the things that you can do, again, this is kind of like early, this is the early part of the maps, and you're going to see things like trees with icons here. In this case, this is a scroll. For whatever reason, despite the fact that I've got this scroll like a million times, it does keep responding. You can open up loot chests, get some gold, no problem, no biggie. You're also going to have some obstacles, and never mind there. You're going to see these doors. These were at one point in time closed, and once you progress at a certain point in the game, those doors will unlock to reveal these ruin pieces, shrine pieces. That's what they're called, and these shrines unlock some extra bonuses. And in this case, this is the Shrine of Moolah, and the Shrine of Moolah is well, yes, it shrine that gives you money. Well, it's not a shrine that gives you money, but it increases your the amount of money that you get per kill. Like that. So you heard this thing going womp womp. These are one of the random I say random encounters, but these are one of the arena-based encounters that you can do, take out enemy encampments. So we'll just go ahead and run through one of these real quick, give you an idea.
Keep it up, you might be a
see, the encounter has started. Already messing up. Melee plays a much bigger role in this game as well. So, and I like that. I like the fact that you can just go through. Let it do its thing. Spell. As far as combat is concerned, some folks were saying that this game is a lot better than Wonderlands 3 because there's not as much stuff on the screen where you can't see what's going on. Yeah, that's definitely not the case. I can't tell you how many times I've died seemingly absolutely no reason. And it's very frustrating because a lot of times you have a dot that's applied to you, but I mean, it's not always clear as to where it's coming from, or not necessarily a dot itself, but where the damage is coming from. And it's just like, what the hell are you supposed to do? At the end of each of these encounters, you'll be given an opportunity to break one of these dice, and those are always fun. Oh, see, okay, well, I just had a question answered, is whether or not that volatile can be applied to a white item, and well, there's your proof. That's tough. That is rough right there, and yeah, I just took a screenshot of that. Bam! I'm gonna open that up. It's gonna give you a splash of loot. Go through, check things out. So when it's all shimmery like that, because you can see a regular purple item or regular items could be like that. A shimmery one means that it has an enchant on it, and then if it has like swirlies around that, that means it's either chaotic or volatile, kind of like this. You can see this around it, but it has no enchant. Right item. All right, then you exit. Simple as that. Well, there's going to be some objectives that you're going to be doing several of those before you actually get to the objective, and they're all going to play out the same. And that actually was very discouraging at first because you saw these things happen frequently. Another way to get into those types of arena-based combat situations is by going through tall grass. Something like that will happen where they will spawn, walk up to them, beat them up, and get an achievement. It gets rid of them, but you don't have to actually engage in the fight. Or you can touch them and engage in said fight. All right. Next up, of the things that I don't like is I don't like the fact that playing alternate characters is going to be rough because there are quite a few of collectibles, and in this case, collectibles add bonuses.
Can't wait to cast something.
In particular, I'm talking about those shrine relics, and I'm also talking about these things called lucky dice. Lucky dice is absolutely necessary. If you plan on playing this game a long time and you really want to farm loot, get good loot, then getting your lucky dice is absolutely. That's going to be this right here, loot luck. Loot luck you can get it in several different ways. You can get loot luck bonuses on your equipment. You can also pick up lucky dice. Lucky dice will give you a certain percentage of increase to your loot luck score. You can also get your chaos loot luck multiplier, which is the level, which I don't even think that's right. I don't think that there's no way that can be correct, because when I was 19, it was like a 2 point. It was no, I believe. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm probably wrong. I'm thinking of something else. I'm thinking of that lucky dice loot luck multiplier. Anyway, so the chaos, depending on your chaos mode level, will determine what your multiplier is going to be. You also have lucky dice completion loot luck multiplier. That's an automatic, because I've found all the loot dice or the lucky dice within the game. So I get a bonus 1.35 times to my baseline loot luck. So there's also a shrine that you can unlock to get some additional loot luck. It even shows you there the loot luck base is 1648, and then times all that, and you get a magical number of 27,782. And yes, it can go higher. It depends on what it is that you're doing. So how can you make that go higher? With your myth rank. So your myth rank will also help you apply in the druid section here. You can choose this right here, loot luck. You only have 20 points that you can put in there, so it's not really all that much. Now, the difference between previous Borderlands game with our like the badass tokens, as well as Borderlands 3 had, oh goodness, I forgot the name that they used for it. I apologize, but there were tokens that you can get and apply it down these 3 columns, and you can redeem them for gun damage. You can redeem it for crit damage, elemental damage, all sorts of stuff. Even shield capacity, health, all sorts of things. Well, if you really wanted to, you can just dump things into a single stat, all you wanted until it was more or less maxed out, right? Until you did not get that anymore. Well, in this case, like for instance, I have 2 points, so you're going to see that I cannot add points to this class yet, because I'm not allowed to go in here and apply. I have to do it from where it says next point. So next point is in the Archmage, and I can choose from here. Spell critical chance, fire damage, spell, status effect, frost damage, intelligence. And you kind of have to know what these, what intelligence does versus what strength does, constitution, all these things. And the best place to see that is in your hero stats. Strength is going to give crit damage, dexterity, crit chance, intelligence, spell cooldown, etc. So if you're ever wondering, what you should and should not apply your points to, that's a good place to look. So in this case, I'm going to go ahead and top off my intelligence, max that out. And it's going to bring me to the next one, as you saw. So yeah, they do force you to kind of go around the circle, and the UI itself is not very friendly. Especially when you first bring up the screen, it just doesn't always let you click on things the way you want to. So hopefully this is one of those things that gets fixed in a later patch. So that's your myth rank. Chaos mode is fun. It's just like your mayhem modes. You can turn it on, you can turn it off if you want to. You can also decrease your chaos level. So unlike the mayhem levels, each chaos level doesn't come with you have to have certain effects that change how you would play, like Loot Explosion or Galaxy Brain or the spinners or those phantom ghosts that would come at you after you kill somebody and insta kill you, or roguelite where you just don't even have the ability to raise your to save your life. You don't have those abilities in this game, so which is nice. You can go all the way to max level, and it's just like being on Mayhem 11 in Borderlands 3. As you can see, the stats, enemy hit points go up by 541%. Enemy damage is also increased by 80%. But you also get much more loot luck, you get much more gold, you get much more XP than you would otherwise as well, which is nice. And these are honestly things that I really do like. I do like the fact that you can really tailor your character to exactly how you want to. And I'm not going to say that you can't be effective. I am actually using a build. Well, I say the build, but really it's only the skill points. These here from Moxie. He is definitely one of my favorite Wonderlands content creators on YouTube. And but I did change some things around from his build. I decided to take Punishment, and I decided to take Sanguine Sacrament as opposed to Dark Pact. Yes, Dark Magic is something that the Graveborn does use probably more often than other characters, because this is their lifeblood. You know, they give life in order to take life, and you got to be able to get that back. So, but I decided to go with this instead. This helped with my survivability, and so far it's doing better. I mean, I'm not even kidding. Chaos mode, level 15 started getting really rough. I started dying a lot, and I mean, you saw, I was just fighting those crabs, and I got my butt handed to me. So, and now imagine going up against secret bosses. Next topic. Okay, so while you're doing your Chaos Trials, while you're doing your the Chaos Chamber in general, you might see some crazy runes on the wall where you interact with them, and then you have to solve a puzzle. You have to kind of guess what it is that they want and solve the puzzle. But you only have 3 tries to do it before it goes away. But if you do succeed, you get rewarded at the end of, after you've completed the boss, the secret boss fight. And I'm not going to spoil that for you. I'll let you all figure it out. Or I might put it in a separate video altogether. Honestly, I'm absolutely terrible at them. That doesn't mean I fail, but I am not good at it. I die a lot. And that's not even kidding. If it weren't for this dude right here, that mushroom companion, I don't know how I'd get through it, and I'm dreading going through it on any other type of character, like the second character that I want to make, where I don't have the ability to get raised. That's always been even an issue that I had in Borderlands 3, because I mained Flak, not because I could get rezzed, but because I just really love Flak. And I thought that his skill trees were awesome, and yes, I'm calling him his how I so sorry if that offends. Anyway, lots of fun, lots of good things with this game. I am absolutely impressed with it so far. Again, the environments that you get into, like outside of those random encounters, you're gonna deal with maps such as this, where I didn't realize it looks like a person dancing with a derpy face. And you'll have like puzzles to locate. There's poetry pages to get. There's also these obelisks that can spawn a boss. Matter of fact, I can go do that real quick and show you what that's all about. This isn't, I don't know. I mean, some people consider it, oh my god, you opened up that chest and it only had ammo in it. That's a spoiler. Some people are like that. Some people aren't. But, yeah, I get chaotic quite a bit now. These will spawn a named boss, and all of those bodies that you saw in the pub, it came from these things. And these are fun. These are actually fun. stop for a little while, but yeah, I got myself wrecked. All right, so there's the boss. Roll the troll. Easy. Good. Oh. That's how those go. Really nice. So another thing that I like, back to the whole class system, is that each class system has 2 different action skills that you can choose from, but when you get your subclass, you can also choose from these. Even though my main class is a Graveborn, I can choose Spore Warden action skills, and I get access to the passive. So honestly, I really do like this system. But because of this system, it makes it very difficult to get the gear that you're really, really looking for. The kind of gear that you're really hoping to get. Alright, so that's kind of all I wanted to spoil here. The rest of the talking I will do with another character. But I guess before I do that, maybe I can go ahead and show y'all what the character creator is like. Now, I'm not going to get into a whole lot of details. Again, there's even spoilers there as well, because some of the gear that I acquired, some of the cosmetics that I acquired, were story specific or otherwise. So just keep that in mind when I show you all this. And when you do choose a new game, you can go with relaxed, balanced, or intense. I've been playing in intense. Players deal 15% less damage. Enemies deal 15% more damage, but you get more gold and moon orb drops. Those moon orbs are a currency that you have to use in order to enchant your weapons. The problem is that the more that you enchant your weapon, or if you don't like what you got, the greater the cost is, and eventually you're gonna it's gonna cost more than the maximum capacity you can even carry. And at that point in time, that piece of equipment is pretty much dead if you didn't get the enchant that you wanted. And I do not like that system. I don't like that at all. When you choose a new game, you can also choose your group mode, either cooperation or competition. Basically, one of them is just everyone gets their own loot, or everyone gets the same pool of loot and good luck picking it up before they do, type of thing. I'm not going to get into this. I'm not going to like blah 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 blah. All I just want to do is show you how the character creator screen is. I'm not going to go all the way through and start a new character and whatnot, and go through all of the RP that happens. So your classes that you can choose from are going to be Stabomancer, Berserker, your Spore Warden, Graveborn, Spellshot, and Clawbringer. So each of them come with their own, perks and abilities and fun things. So it really depends on what kind of playstyle you want. Now, what you do kind of have to do is really figure out what you want to be end game. Your choice here doesn't matter that much. It just really says, what appeals to you. But then you have to think, well, what would I want to subclass into? Because each have their own perks and bonuses. For instance, the Stabomancer, the class feat here is Dirty Fighting. The Fatemaker's critical hit chance is increased. Great for, stabbing. But it doesn't tell you how much. It is a significant amount of critical chance. I think it's like 30%. So, this is it could either be a great subclass, or it can be a great, main class to start off with and then get into something later. The Spellshot and the Graveborn go perfect together because they both have bonuses to your companion damage, as well as companion-based passives. So, kind of knowing a little bit about each class is what's going to help you the most. So if I were to choose, say, Spore Warden here and just go to continue, it's going to bring me up to my character sheet. And that's really what Tina is having you do here, is create your D&D style character sheet. That's why your character is unpainted. You have to define exactly what type of body you want, your head size. I mean, you have a lot more freedom. Well, not a lot more. You have infinite more freedom to choose what you want to, as opposed to previous Borderlands games where you were just kind of locked into a specific character and Vault Hunter class. So body type, it's either this one or that one. Choose. In this case, male or female, really. I mean, I guess it could be pretty androgynous, but really it's up to you. They do tailor to that community. They give you the ability to choose different pronouns, so cool. They also give you the ability to choose different voices.
Justice is always in fashion.
I make heroism look good. Oh yeah, I've got the goods.
You can change the pitch.
Ha ha! Now this is the look of a hero.
So, all right. So once you get that all figured out, you get to go into your facial features, which goes into different head shapes. You could be just downright fugly. Now, you don't actually get to tailor any of the size of your jaw, your chin, things like that, but you do get to change the size of your ears, your nose, and your mouth, as well as I said eyes, ears, and mouth. Yeah. So at least there's that. Hair and headgear, this is kind of where the spoilers come into play because some of these cosmetics were earned. So I'm not going to scroll down any further, but needless to say, there's some pretty cool stuff that you can get. Even this and this were both earned, but both of those were world drops. So that for what you facial hair. There's not many choices. All of these choices actually came with the game. This is not something that I earned in the game. This was available to me right off the bat. Hair color. Believe it or not, you actually will unlock a lot of different hair color options. So I don't even know if I have them all yet. I would not be surprised if I did. But and you can also choose your different skin color. Now, again, these are when you first start out, you're only going to have basic, human skin tones, and then eventually you're going to be able to unlock them. Pretty scary. All right. You'll have face decorations, eyeliner, lipstick, blush, all this, scars, and some of the scars are looking pretty gnarly. Tattoos. And then you can get into your different armor patterns, which just change your overall appearance of the armor that you're wearing. And these are patterns that will be applied to any class mod that you'll be wearing. And then you have 3 different color choices, which is you can make it look as hideous or as beautiful. Bam, randomized. All right, cool. Well, what I'm going to go ahead and do now, I think I've been talking quite a bit about what I do like, what I don't like about this game so far. I'm just going to go ahead and just actually play the game on not my level 40 character, but on my... I can't actually back out, so I'm going to actually have to. Yes. Doesn't even have a name. Eat you, big boy. Yes, I'm sure. I'll go ahead and play war. I decided to make a Berserker, and I'm going to follow it up with a Stepmomancer as my subclass. I love this screen probably more than any other Borderlands game as well. There's a lot of if you just sit here and watch it, there's kind of a lot of funny stuff that happens. You'll see Tiny Tina show up. You'll see her put goblins down, or Mushroom Person will be at the fire, things like that. All right.
Spell slots are ready.
Alright, so I am only like one map deep, and I figured I'd just go ahead and beginning. That way you get a feel for what it's like early game, because honestly, those early impressions are what's most on the fence about buying a game.
This do-gooder's a goner!
Works every time. This world's no place for the weak.
I bathe disgusting flesh right off those bones!
Enemies do move around a
Magic's
lot,
back on the
by the way.
menu.
It's really hard to get headshots in this game compared to other games.
Gonna take my body to science!
Which I think is good that we have critical chance multipliers that have nothing to do with actually landing a headshot. Nothing you can do. Do that. It used to be a perk. Not anymore. Now you're entitled to it. You're born with it. Don't let this emptiness throw you off. It's really only this area. And yeah, it's always this empty. It's just a long... I don't know if this is a joke, like a deliberate troll of like RPGs like Skyrim that always end up seeing you start off in a cave or something like that. And this isn't even like the first area you start off in. I mean, I was already, like I said, one map deep. Alright, so we're going to go to the early overworld. Probably should have put spoilers in the title.
I built you guys this big
Well, at least
overworld
I
on the table.
said it.
Just move your miniature wherever you want to go on it.
Nice detailing on the landscape. Feels like there's a whole world just waiting for us to kill and loot it.
That's right. Welcome to my Wonderland.
Okay, so another thing that I really like that I am so ashamed of myself for not mentioning it sooner is I love the voice acting. I'm awful with names, so please forgive me. And I did forget what her name was. Voice is Tiny Tina, but she did such an incredible job. I've always really admired the character and the performance that goes into it every time. But I mean, this whole game features Tina, and especially if you've played Borderlands 2, Borderlands 3. Kind of know where she's coming from.
A battle jumps out at you. Random encounter.
Especially if you played Assault on Dragon Keep. It was a little emotional. I'm not even gonna lie. And this game is really no different too, because it tells a whole story about Tina, Roland, and her experiences with bunkers and badasses. So definitely worth playing. I like this story a million times better than I did Borderlands 3, hands down. And your support characters, Valentine and Fret, they are awesome.
I never get tired of that.
You know what? I don't even know. I should be able to. Can even choose it. Dreadwind. Shapemaker spins. Oh, cool. Spinny ability.
Final frontier.
Let's
pretty long time.
In the hearts and minds of the people. Think of a badass deadline.
Arcane arrows!
You don't have to hold the button down either. Shotgun, huh?
Then a left. No, all right. Yes, that should do.
Another thing you cannot do is you cannot skip the tutorial. So no matter how many characters you make, you will always have to redo stuff over and over again.
All you gotta do
Yes,
is
that is annoying.
shortcut unlocked.
The good
There's all
news
sorts of goodies
is,
and dungeons hidden behind
in Borderlands
pages of
3,
bullshit.
we had to, if you wanted
Man,
to go
this
through
is the best.
TVHM, or if you
I'm
wanted to
so
get to the
glad you
highest
guys are
difficulty,
here to play games and be friends. It's just been me in this cave with the bunbows and like a mountain of marshmallow cereal for like ever.
Ah, Tina, have you been lonely?
What? No! You're lonely! I got friends! I got tons of friends! Look at all these hottie bun babes! This one, his name is Dimitri Papadopoulos, and these are his cousins from out of state!
And why are they ticking?
I'm so glad you asked because they are also bums.
Great, nice to meet you, Dimitri.
I really do enjoy their voice performances. Wanda Sykes also plays Fret, and she does an amazing job. So this is the lucky dice that I was talking about.
Lucky you.
In the maps, they award loot. Overworld, they... But you get loot luck. That helps.
Oh, what? Look, girl, there's a bridge! You could totally thwack that thing over and cross it!
With that being said, you can also break things for some additional.
What's that? Who are you? Are you behind me right now?
Here's some familiar voices,
you wanna
too.
Get rich? This shrine behind my well-protected and notably unstepped back is for some old god that's fallen out of fashion. I figure if we get all the pieces back together, they reward us real nice. With gold! I already found a piece myself, and I know where another one is. You get that for me, we can split the reward. I'll be here watching your back. Your defenseless, stabbable back. And if anyone comes at you from the front like a moron, just give him a slap. It's the stab of the open palm. Never know who might give you the old acupuncture. It's always the last person you expect. Well, the proverbial, not you. Sure, your back is fine.
If you don't know, that is the voice of... at least I'd be very disappointed to find out it's not, but it sounds like the voice of Krieg when he's not insane.
Join me, brother! Scary! You're so scared! Said I'd get to run.
Not a chance!
You hero!
You a short work.
Join our ranks soon enough! My brittle bones!
of your myth rank is also not available to you until you get to level 40. They did not make this game very alt friendly at all. Do everything in my power to not equip a Hydra. That's all I've been using.
Belonging to a broken shrine somewhere in the Wonderland.
Oh. You have shortcut bridges that you can do.
Opened a new route through the Wonderlands. Look at you, baby.
You said it better than I did. Oh, the other shrine piece is right there. So he gave me a quest. I have to follow that blue marker.
Her coruscating majesty, Queen Butt Stallion, has long protected the Wonderlands with the soul magic she imbues into the land itself. But such a precious role requires guarding as well, as proven by the terrible...
You made it! Now get in there and clear the place out, even if it brings you to the brink of death, leaving you totally vulnerable.
Dedicate my body to science.
There's no escape!
Understand? Am I dying again?
Let's get cussing and blasting!
Stop.
Don't turn my head into a bomb, you live one!
C for effort. C minus.
Yeah.
Dedicate my body to science. Is that a thing here?
Go.
Get you out of there.
They're fresh crop of cowards to kill.
Arise, brothers! Born unto battle!
Ah.
Spells are up.
Magic Barrage. Let's try that. Looks like it would be much more fun. Alright, so before I do that. That's cool.
See what happened?
You'll never win, hero!
Disintegrated.
Don't stand a ghost of a chance! Wait, that doesn't quite work. I had so much to unlive for!
grab that shrine piece. Saves me a trip.
You see a shrine piece?
So, this guy's totally gonna try and kill us, right?
Totally.
Girls say what?
His name is literally Backstab.
That's probably just a coincidence.
This game has, in several occasions, made me just completely laugh out loud. Also, I mean, that wasn't necessarily one of them, but there's a lot of funny stuff that happens in this game.
Well, if you completed her shrine.
Huh. Didn't see that coming.
Maybe he stabbed himself?
Mysteries like these course in rivers throughout the universe. Anyhoozle, once the shrine is complete, you get the reward all to yourself.
Now that's more like it!
Newbie, don't worry, those jerks at the table can't hear me. It's just us down here. Hey, I know I'm the villain, but I still just wanted to wish you luck on the whole quest thing. Not that you need luck, right? I mean, you're the fate maker.
Oh. I probably shouldn't sell the stuff that I need. Oh, that was okay. Oh man, I'm so stupid.
Wow! Finally, a bloody customer.
Alright, so what I don't have is I don't have any armor. Wrong place. And
The monks rubbed that with sacred oils. Perverse, the lot of them. My oath prevents me from taking money, so let's call that an structure investment. Hand forged hunks of hate.
Calamity. Now that I do want. Calamity's fun. Ready?
Drop the ball!
Yeah, that's fun. I got a shotgun with a sniper rifle
Before
scope.
you rise the mighty walls of Great Hoof. But you're not the only new arrival. A massive skeleton army is sieging the city! Catapults! Scallymans! Scally ships! There's bombs raining down!
Ooh, you heroes make my blood boil! Figuratively, obviously.
Skelly ships land on the beach, unloading evil cargo of skellymans and skellywomens.
You'll join the ranks soon enough!
Thanks for making me look at you. So that's the way it's gonna be, eh?
Dedicate my body to
It's a great way to lose weight!
fell down!
Right. Yes.
Shotguns are horribly underpowered even after the hot patch. I don't know why. Am I dying again? You know, lines like that. Da-da-da-da. Got to explore. Yay! Got a berserker one too. So that actually does change your appearance. Your voice.
Though his armor
new
is
character
scarred by 100
and
battles,
boss.
his honor is untarnished. It's Skeleton Mike!
Oi! You, citizen! Over here! I saw you fighting the undead on the beach. Glad I'm not the only one giving these bony pricks a hard time.
I didn't know paladins got to swear so much. Might have signed up yourself.
Do I bloody look like I've got time for manners lessons? I'm up to my codpiece in undead. It came out of nowhere.
Aye, the Dragon Lord has returned. I've seen for myself.
The Dragon Lord? Bollocks, we'll have to deal with him later. Right now, we have to break this siege. The undead have catapults lobbing skeletons over the walls. I need you to destroy them. Here, take this C4.
Tina, I know you like explosives, but can you make it more fantasy themed than C4?
Right. Good catch,
Yeah, right. Here, take this, fantasy 4. I'll help the villagers get to safety. Fight through the siege field, use that fantasy 4 to blow the catapults to Kingdom Bloody Come!
Open.
I've really missed this part. It's been too long since I conquered anything. After a few centuries, you get that conquering itch again, you know?
I'm a talking skeleton!
Oh god, I hate how they run so much. Stop running.
Uh-oh! Skelliemans appear as you near the catapult!
Dedicate my body to science! Medicine here, you'll join our ranks soon enough!
I'll put you all down!
You hero!
world's no place for the weak. This'll be over before you can regret it.
Man, this guy can take a freaking hit.
Can't wait to throw some spells! Got no juice, is it?
Slap that fantasy 4 onto the catapult.
Will. See something. There.
I do love my stuff.
You're feeling luckier, Mamacita.
Now set it off. Oh, you want to stand bloody clear.
The catapult explodes into glitter and rainbow bits!
Bloody brilliant. Keep blasting them back to the grey hell, citizen.
Okay, so Paladin Mike isn't mine, but I met this cool nerdy barista on the EchoNet, and they said I could use their B&B character if I wanted, and I was like, hell yeah! And they were like, chuffed, governor! And I was like, ooh, I'm stealing that exit too!
I'll be back.
See what I'm in?
Body to science. Is that a thing here? Science? Don't hurt my
Still
head.
time to run the other way. Devastation inbound!
So, the heroes got with my last battle. I did!
Not so close, man!
But I'm too crazy to die. Bones for the bride.
Ready to cast!
I've been dying for a fight. I'm dying again. I died to find him.
Got a pinky promise!
You're already dead. Don't know again. They said I'd get to ride a spider.
What shall I meet death out with next?
Someone. Will say that the
everyone's dead, the Orbs put down our rebellion with their far superior weaponry and made me dig the graves of my peasant army and myself. It was a lot of work, and I had to do it on the weekend, which doesn't exist because I'm a peasant. You know, I've been thinking, is this my lot in life? Isn't there anything I can do to better my predicament? And then I had a great idea. Old Stink Blossom should be a thief.
I've got all the magic I need. Fought like rubbish. Died nice.
Oh man. Ammo reserves are getting thin.
That's way too big of a jump. What if we undestroyed that last catapult and threw ourselves over?
Hey! No touching the miniatures! But launching yourself with a catapult sounds cool, so I'm gonna let it go this once! Once.
Those catapults take hundreds of goblin hours to construct. I'm out here creating jobs, you know.
Join our ranks.
Never a moment of peace.
Give up now. Take the dust some time.
Going up.
I get some better guns.
What is dead may never die.
Being a thief is great. Way better than being a peasant. Stealing's a bit like working, only you take what you like, and you don't get blisters in places you oughtn't from working so hard. I mean, I did get caught. And I am dictating this as my last words before reading the Hoodsman's Act. And sure, I suppose I did piss my life away toiling in the thievery, but life is a journey, so says I. Stick Blossom
I don't do warning shots.
Lucky you.
Raining calamity of parting clouds. I don't know what that's gonna do, but sounds fantastic. Lots of shields. Multiple small meters down in an area.
Incoming skeleton!
Like it?
Proper cowards to kill.
He's got a live one!
Hold on to something! Thought you had me, didn't you?
Bag your own
Gonna need more magic!
I knew I should prepare down a spell today!
I'm getting the hang of this killing.
That's safe.
Let's get casting and blasting!
RNG's got nothing on you.
Drop the siege. Hardly broke the square.
That'll bloody learn 'em! Ha! Regroup by the main gate. I can see 'em gathering for an assault.
Oh, good for you. See, while you're having your little heroic tantrum out there, my forces are already in the city getting ready to burn the place to the ground. Oh, this is great. We're all having fun.
Whoop, you're stranded. Here's a nice bridge for you.
I've been waiting for that bridge to pop up. Bloody infrastructure edict finally came through. Hey, you showed those boneheads what for? One of the Queen's waystones. No way! I've never actually seen one of these before. Are you a fate maker?
Yep.
All right! I'm bloody impressed. Only heard about those in stories. The Queen's magic has unlocked more of your power as a fate maker. The Dragon Lord's armies don't stand a chance.
Ah, there.
Rage of the Ancients. On action skill start, the Fate Maker becomes enraged. Frost damage, which is good against skellies.
And you're doing so well. Too bad I don't have anything up my sleeve for this.
Blammo! Let's try to smash this through the gate!
Oh, that damn thing knocked the gate down! The undead are about to attack!
Bet you wish you turned away.
The tide of skellimans and trolls wanes. You've held off the assault.
That all you've got, Dragon Lord?
Watch it, Fate Maker. You haven't even seen me try.
Over here, Fate Maker!
Right here.
Honestly, I didn't quite believe it. But you fight like something out of a legend. Oh, you are a Fate Maker. Oh, come on, we've stopped their ground assault, but there's some undead that made it into the city.
Better hurry if you're gonna stop me and save the world. I can only drag my feet destroying Brighthook for so long.
What will fill my enemies' hearts with the most dread?
Bloody gates are closed. Give me a moment, I'll get us in. Oi! Lord Sky! Open up the gate!
Speak the password?
Passwords open the bloody gate before I shove leaves down your throat, stick a handle on your ass, and turn you into my own personal bloody teapot!
It's definitely him, guys! Open the gate!
Come on, but get ready. It's gonna be a right mess in there.
Defend the adamant throne! Welcome to the fantasy vending machine! Away with you!
All right. Well, I think this video is long enough. Hope that you enjoyed. Or discussion. What I thought was good. What I thought was bad. I hope that I was able to teach you something about what the game's about, and if you were ever on the fence, hopefully this helped to at least kind of show you the way, help you make a decision, something, you know. I really do enjoy this game. I mean, I know I've said it so many times before, but it's like a character now. I'm definitely planning on going through and seeing it all the way to the end. I got a whole stash full of equipment that I just want to use, and I'm excited. I'm excited to get there. But all right, well, depending on how this video does, really, I guess, any comments or any amount of views, I'll make more. If you want to see kind of my progress with this character going forward, let me know if there's any specific content you'd like to know more about. My thoughts about something. Really, information-wise, there's probably a million videos out there already. But if there's anything that you want my specific about,